What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Das. We about to get it in. Are you guys ready for another whooping episode of Super Norteno, the conclusion to the Thanksgiving dinner that should have never been and most likely wasn't? I'm going to tell you right now, that turkey was all right, but could have been better. Peep out the new intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking and whooping. I'm very humbled. Rick's very humble. We're all very humble. The familia says, you stupid ass, why are you putting that out there? Because I'm humble, right? Or maybe I'm not. But at the same time, we're doing it, man, and I appreciate the support. So the conclusion to the dinner that was all fucked up, right? So if you recall, from the last episode, and no spoiler alert, man, I hope you watched it, right? We had just went out to go do a liquid roach, and it ended up being ham hocks and unseasoned mashed potatoes. It just was what it was, but my phone kept blowing up. My Thea was calling, my primos were calling, like everybody was there. The clumps were eating. Sheila was eating, so she wasn't calling, right? But the ones that had the phone number were calling. My Thea, hurry up and get your ass over here. Hell is broken loose, mijo. Oh, shit, now put the cherries over there in the ham, right? I could hear shit in the background. They were still eating. I could hear the clumps were still in the mix, right? We had been gone for several hours. How the fuck were they still eating? They were on thirds already. So I'm like, hey, we got to go. So we pulled back up. When we pulled back up, there's literally a fist fight happening right on the front lawn. I could hear roaches cheering it on. They're getting their me on, right? And I could, hey, immediately fucking Ricky's like, whooping, why are you guys fighting? It wasn't your average fight. It was literally a cat fight, right? And then this is what happens. So my cousin Jesse had pulled up, and like I told you guys, he was kind of a chirihuish, right? That was his thing. The family acted like they didn't know, they shined it on. But hey, when he's coming with a Barbie girl backpack, some ain't right, okay? Allegedly. It might be right to you, but it was wrong to me. So I see him, so I'm like, Jesse, what's up? And he's over there catfighting with Chiruhu Juice, who you guys know is Pepe's little brother, right? And Pepe's little brother got hands, though. He's from Compton, right? He's a different type of Compton. He's not a Comptonero. He's a Compton, what the whoa, right? And so they're fighting. No, don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair. I just had my nails done, right? They're doing the offense, defense. And she lives there eating a big-ass turkey drumstick, right? And she just throws it. And his chiruhu juice in the head, boom. He turns around like, bitch, you fucked my hair up. I'm like, oh, no, man. I don't want, thank God there's not too many neighbors, but I don't want people seeing this. The insects are, and the dog, they're barking because they want that bone bad. The pit bulls, there's two of them. They were literally fighting over the bone, and it's not even in the backyard yet, right? So it was, my dad's there. Let them fucking fight entertainment. We got shitty food. We got fat fuckers eating everything. And we got two fucking, I don't know what you want to, what do they call them now? What's realistic, meal? I said, you know what it is, guy. That's what it is. Let them fight. It's entertainment. This is like the Ricky Lake show. I said, you mean Jerry Jones? I don't like Jerry Jones. One time he had one of my exes on there and he said he had a big pipa and I ate. He was not the father. I'll tell you. I said, no, it's a different show. All of them are the same. They're all made up. So they're literally fine. So I go break it up. Roach is like, damn, your family's crazier than mine is, brother. Well, you guys got any coffee? Right? So we break it up. I'm like, what's wrong? Well, this is what's wrong. So Jesse pulls up with his friend, some blonde hair, blue-eyed white dude, not a wood. You know what I'm saying? Not a wood. But he was a white man, right? Allegedly. More Caucasianish, right? And when they pulled up, they sat down to have him a big old plate. Hey, Keisha, a nice size plate, right? And the guy started talking shit about the food. Well, when he was talking shit about the food, my Thea, the one that's from Compton, had something to say. Oh, what? Because we use paprika, all of a sudden it's a fucking problem, right? And my Thea's like, if you don't like my house because there's a hole in the living room, you can get the fuck out. You know, there's only one white man that could come in and we call him Long Dick McQuack. And he's out there right now stealing a whole bunch of weed with my nephews, just telling the whole story, right? Shit I don't want people to know. So what happened was because he made that comment about the food was too bitter, right? But it probably was. You know what I mean? I got to agree with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with what he does at night, but I agree that the food was a little bitter. My tia put the foot in it, literally. That my cousin Chirujus had something to say. So he said something too out the side of his neck. And I don't know if it's a thing in their community where other people could talk shit and it's cool. But if one of them is not backing the play of the other one, and if you guys don't know what community I'm talking about, man, there's a few other channels and you can go over there and look at their fucking thread and you can see that's that community, right? But if you could understand that when my cousin Chiru just said what he did, my cousin Jesse stepped up in defense of his friend, right? His homie. Don't you know me? Oh, he knows him, right? Intimately. Anyways, so they start to argue. My cousin Jesse and my primo, right? And then I guess it calms down. My tias are like, shut the fuck up. We're trying to watch TV. Look at, they're putting blood in, blood out on right now. Let's watch it. My favorite part is when Miklo sucks on fingertips, right? So all the Chirus calm down because it's their favorite part too, right? So everyone's eating whatever. They're getting along. And I guess my primo, Marihuano, he goes to the back to go blaze, right? It wasn't him. It was one of the clumps. They go back to go blaze. And when they're back blazing, my primo Chirujus, who likes to blaze too, goes back there. So they're doing their thing, right? Well, that dude smells it and was like, I like marijuana, right? So he goes in the back too. And next thing you know, one conversation leads to another. And him and Chirujus, so my tia's house, imagine this. So when we say the backyard, it's like the side yard. Okay, that's where everyone barbecues and hangs out because there's less dog shit. As you go more towards the back, that's when you really get that aroma going, right? It really starts stinking. And then there's like a back cut. And there's a real thin strip on the side of the house where fucking Ricky goes and hides out when he thinks fucking dudes are coming by to drive by his house, which is weekly, right? He believes. Never happened, but once. So anyways, and we'll tell you that story later. So anyways, somehow, some way, the conversation goes from the side of the house to the other side of the house, minus the clump, because his ass can't fit back there. He walks inside. My cousin Jesse's eating, talking to my tias, because for some reason, he's always had great conversations with women, you know? That cool, refreshing drink. They're talking about soap operas and bingo and paisas and whatever they're into, right? So they're doing their thing, talking, and then he realizes his homie is nowhere to be found. Neither is Chirujus. Well, I'm not going to tell you guys what they were doing, but your imagination can run wild, right? Like Hulk Hogan, brother. Let it run wild, Mean Gene. Because I'm going to tell you right now, they were around the corner. Wild. Wild is the word for it. They call it Wild Water Adventures, right? Not Avengers. But they were avenging some shit. So I guess that beef that they had was no longer a beef. It included beef, this conversation they were having, but it wasn't that type of beef, if you get what I'm saying. Neither one of them were kosher. So they're both around the corner doing the do-do, right? Literally. Doing what they do. And my cousin Jesse's looking for his friend, right? And as he's looking, he goes outside. The clump's like, they were out there. I don't know what they were doing. I'm going to go for fourths, right? He's eating. Jesse pops the corner. Doesn't see him back there, but he hears this. In that fashion, it sounds like a clump eating a chicken bone, right? So he knows some of the bone nature is getting eaten. Goes around the corner and sees his friend kneeling down, tying his shoes, allegedly, right? And all hell breaks loose. Somehow, my cousin Chiru knows that he's in trouble, so he runs to the front through the side because there's no gate on that side. It's a little crack, right? He slips through there because he's thin for various health reasons, right? Rocket Man, Elton John shit. Orale, he got to have faith like George Michaels. And as he goes around the corner, Jesse comes running out the other side, and that's when they start to argue and argue. They're arguing. These dudes ain't throwing punches, nor kicks, nor scratches yet. That's when my tia was already blowing me up. Get over here. Now we're in Modesto area, right? We slide back. It takes about 35, 40 minutes. We're smashing because I'm thinking something's going down, like some dudes pulled up. And so that's when we get to the front. That was the background of what was going on in there. No, don't touch my nails, right? And they're fighting, breaking nails and everything. The clumps are sitting there eating, laughing. My dad's like, fuck the bit his ass, bit her ass. He, she, her, right? So whatever. Pronouns were mixed up a little bit. They're doing their thing. Pull up, break it up. If you guys don't shut the fuck up, right? And my cousin Marty, he's like, Dave, it's a trip seeing these type of people fight out. Fuck, hey, we don't see this shit all the time. Right, so Pepe said, let me talk to you guys for a minute. First of all, white guy, you guys 50 wala? I said, what do you mean? Yeah, wala? Nah, fuck, he's white. 50 wala. Roach is like, listen here, bro, I'm not going to let you harass a white man. That dude started talking, no, I don't get Roach is like, he is not a white man. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Right, so we calm everything down. Everyone goes back in the house. Roach is like, hey, I'm going to cut out. I got to go back, where my family's at and go back to my people's. All right, Roach, cool, whatever. Whiteman, right? He's gone. Yes, Mr. Whiteman. He takes off, right? Ricky's like, I want to go, Roach. Me and Sheila want to go. They got good food over there. Right? Let's go. So Ricky takes off with Sheila. They go with Roach. Craziness, right? Sheila will go. She's like a bloodhound. She'll go wherever the set is of garlic and cloves, right? So she's gone. She's out of there. I'm sure they stopped at a Burger King on their way back to the Thanksgiving dinner, to the bland Thanksgiving dinner of the Forest White people. So they go. So now it's just my tias, the clumps. They ain't going nowhere. Once they sit down, they don't get up. Do you understand? Only unless it's like the smell of like deep fried pizza or something like. Then they'll get up quick. I ain't never seen one of the clumps move as fast as when I walked in with Little Caesars. I walked in with 12 pizzas. I walked out there with 12 pizza boxes. It was bad. And that was in 5 minutes. Serio. God knows, right? It's for reals. So as we're kicking back, relaxing, Jesse's still running his neck. So I pull him to the side. This is my primo. I love him, right? We get along good, even though he went to the Navy and came back covered in gravy, right? So I'm like, hey, what's up, primo? What are you tripping on? No, you don't understand. That's my good friend, and I can't believe he would do me like this. And every time we bring that bitch around, I'm like, oh, man. When they start calling each other bitches and shit, that's when you know, right? I'm like, what happened? He was around the corner. He was tying his shoes, and something landed on his mouth. I don't know, right? I'm like, listen, why are you getting all emotional? Because this guy, you don't understand. We've been talking for a while. This is a man. What are you talking about, right? You're talking for a while. Shut. Me and Roach been talking for a while, but not like that. And he's white too. But he's a different variation of white, right? He's like, brother. This dude's like, brother, sister, right? So we're cool. So I kind of calm my cousin down, like, it's not even that serious. For tomorrow, you're going to the Navy. You're not even going to see this vato. No, he signed up for it too. Doesn't mean you guys are going to be together. You're going to go over there and you're going to meet a wonderful woman. I don't want to meet. Well, in my mind, that's what I believe. Whatever they look like to you, whatever 5 o'clock shadow they're dealing with, that's on you, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know what more to tell you, man. It ain't that serious. It's still going to smell like shit in the morning. Let's go. So we go back in the house. Everything's cool. Well, I have a cousin that I've never introduced you to. I call him King Clump. Not King Buster, not King Northerner, King Clump, who is an active Norteno. He's a straight up gangster. To this day, gang memberish, right? Real activities. He pulls up. I hear beat, boom. Not beat that's going boom, rattling the trunk, but solid. Boom. I know his system. He has 218s. Man, I know his system, right? I hear it, boom. I'm thinking to myself, oh no, if shit couldn't get worse, it just did. His mom's there. She's one of the clumps, right? So I'm like, fuck. That's why she had texted him, hey, they got a lot of food over here. Hurry up, pull up, right? Serio, how much they got? I don't know. There's probably like anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds left. They don't look at food like, oh, there's some turkey, papas, green beans. That's not the way they talk. Clumps communicate in kilograms, right? Yeah, there's like seven pounds left of mashed potatoes. There's at least 4.5 pounds left of gravy. And oh shit, 4.5 pounds of gravy? I'll be there, right? So of course this motherfucker pulls up with his fine ass old lady. Hey, he looks like he looks fat, right? I'm not fat shaming, but that's what he is, right? And he's pretty big, and he gets off that car, and that motherfucking SUV goes, whoop, right? And his chick, she gets off and it just goes, ding. She's bad, little small, sexy, 31-year-old, just looking like she just, you know what I'm saying? She has 9 kids, but who cares, right? That just means she's integrated and delegated, right? She's seasoned. Paprika. See, whites, we use paprika. Mustard seed. So she jumps off. I'm like, damn, that cool, refreshing drink. What's up with you, right? She's like, hey, what's up? She comes, gives me a hug. I pick her up and give her the tilt-a-whirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so happy to see her. Like, damn, her legs are going like that. I'm just swinging them, right? I know if Ricky was there. I'm going to tell you guys a story about Super Clump later on. King Clump, right? Him and Ricky and what happened over this chick. But I'm there. Ricky's not. Pepe comes out. He's like, look at you, is it? Now, my primo hates Pepe. Okay, let me explain to you. Super Norteno Ricky is activated. Can't stand any Southerners anywhere, especially ones that look like Mr. Capone. Like, he does not like them, period. But when it comes to Pepe and the members of my family from Compton and Weemas and all that, like, he understands those are his cousins. We grew up together, so there's like a glitch in the matrix when it comes to him. Like, he's cool. He doesn't really care for it. But as long as they're not fucking on Soul Gang, you can tell by the writing on the wall. As long as they're not doing that in his face, he's fine, right? But this other primo, the big bad wolf of the north, right? King Clump. Now, he don't do that. He don't give a fuck if it's familia. You know what I'm saying? He would have been, that motherfucker might be a suspect for the Stockton shooting. Real talk. He don't care who it is. He's just got that type of mentality. Stupid ass, right? He's got stupid ass mentality. He gets out the car. He sees me. He says, "What's up, primo?" And he's all gangster, right? One of those dudes that always like this. "What's up, primo?" I'm like, "What's up?" And I got this old lady in my hand. I'm trying to feel something like, "Yeah, what's up?" Right? And he's like, "Yeah, what you guys got in there, eh?" You know what I mean? I said, "Awesome, fool. You know, Theas, they got down and shit. It ain't really that. So actually, your mom got down, bro, and the other Thea, you know what I'm saying? They got down, but you know what I'm saying? And that's when Pepe came out. And he's like, "Give us up, busy." And he was like, "What you about, ese?" Right? My primo comes, and he comes walking up, and Pepe's like, "Hey, what's your issue, is it?" "Okay, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. So we're gonna have this conversation. I said, we've been meaning to have this conversation for a while. I said, but you keep ducking me on the phone because that's your style. You want this from up here. You don't want to talk on the phone, you know? That's right. So if we're gonna talk, I said, make sure that you keep that fucking, what is that, about a 12X shirt on, I said, okay, before we talk, I said. Boom. Bye-bye, Pepe. Knocked Pepe's whole shit off. Boom. As soon as Pepe's mom, look at Marijuano was right there. He's seen it through the screen door, right? My tia had a mysterious screen door that popped out of nowhere. I don't know where she got it, right? He's seen it. He came out running like, "What's up, motherfucker," right? And my tia came out. Now, my tia, one thing about my family is we're called tia bow downers. We bow down to our tias. They beat our ass our whole lives, so we know. Like, they're vicious with the chancla. So, hey, I don't care how gangster you are, AK-40, like, you could be that one. What's up? What it is, yo? What's up? My tia comes out with the chancla. Straight up. They just have mind control over us. Hey, Marijuana came out like, "What's up? What's up?" He's already swinging. He's down. My primo's down. And I got his back over the clump, right? But the clump brothers over there trying to get up in the house. So now it's the clumps versus us. And it's all bad because they'll eat an arm or something, right? So I'm like, oh shit, we got to worry about what's going on. And my tia comes out and she pulls the fucking the golden chancla out. And she's like, "I'll beat all your asses." And then my other tia comes out, Ricky's mom. "Oh shit, look at these stupid bitches. Another fight between a fucking obese fucker. Look at this girl. She thinks she's back because she got booty. Little booty, little booty." Look, and I still got her in my arms. Like, I ain't letting her go. This hug is a everlasting love, right? This hug is going, we belong together. I'm on my Mariah Carey shit, right? I'm obsessed, all right? So anyways, I put her down and I got to break this shit up. And Marijuano's swinging. My primo's big. He still got his head cocked. He's like, "So, Benny?" And he's swinging. Pepe's meanwhile going, heroin. Oh, that shit hurt. Give me mamon. Right? He's in a winter wonderland. My tias come out the other ones. I let the fuckers fight because, hey, they think they're bad, right? Hey, don't let that fucker in my house eat all 4.5 pounds of gravy that's left. Him and Marijuana are fighting. I ain't gonna lie. Marijuana catches him. My primo, takes one. I rush, like, fuck that. Let's get. And I was like, "Hey, primo, you don't fucking fight the family like that." He's like, "Fuck that," and he disrespected Southsiders, right? And I was like, "Nah, bro. I mean, you're right about that at this point because I was active, right? But still, don't do that, right?" So he's like, "Man, fuck you guys. Fuck this family. Fuck everyone. I'm going to get out of here." And his mom comes out like, "Mijo, no. We need you to take the ham back, right? We can't fit it in our car." Because there are too many of them in one car. I'm like, "You can't fit the fucking ham? Why are you taking the ham? That's my tia's ham, right?" Anyways, Ricky comes out, whooping, why are they fighting? I mean, no, excuse me. Pepe wakes up. Ricky's gone, right? He went to fucking over there. So anyways, fucking, what's his name comes up. Pepe wakes up. He's like, "Hey, whooping, what happened?" I'm trying to calm him down. My primo pulled off, right? Marijuano's like, "Hey, you didn't have my back, fool." Now me and him are arguing. I'm like, "I had your fucking back, fool. I was right there." He's like, "Nah, you're too worried about that bitch, bro. That's your issue. That's your problem. You're always too worried." I said, "You see her ass?" He said, I did. It was big. All right, I'm going to give you a pass based on that ass, right? Changa comes out. And Pepe's like, "Mija, these fucking bastards hear me." It was a setup. They set it up. They brought him because they know he don't like me. I need to get high, right? So we all go. Everyone's calmed down in the house. My tia's like, "What the fuck just happened," right? Ricky and Sheila pull back up. It's probably been like a couple hours. Rose comes to drop him off. Rose don't even get off. He's like, "All right, brother." He peels out. He's on a good one. Ricky comes back like this. On a sick one, right? Sheila comes back full. She ate everything. Comes right in the house like, "Hey, I'll make all the plates for everyone that's leaving." My tia's like, "I'm fucking leaving nowhere." The other tia's like, Nah, everyone's gonna spend the night except for these fat fuckers. So, anyways, we end up kicking back. We tell, hey, Ricky's looking at Pepe's like, whooping. And hey, Pepe's face was off. I felt bad, man, because he's OG, but he's not like that. He doesn't fight like that, you know? And I mean, he fights, but he's, you know, don't pick on him. That's my cousin. Don't fucking pick on him, right? And so I'm like, Pepe, are you cool? Ricky's like, whooping, I'll fucking beat up over to that. I said it was King Clump. No, except for him. That's the homie. And then that's it. Anyways, it ended up at the end, man. Everyone got along. All the Cheetos left together. We belong together, right? Roach, I'm sure he went home and was up for another 7. He probably was up from Thanksgiving to Christmas. The clumps end up leaving. My Thea, I call her the Thea Clump. She's actually my prima, right? But we call her Thea Clump. She got up and she was like, this fucking family's scandalous and your guys' food sucks. You ate it all, though. You guys ate every morsel. They took plates like that stacked. When they left, all they left us was my favorite, the who hash and the cranberry sauce. It was crazy. Anyways, with that being said, that's the conclusion to what happened in that fight, man. It was a little bit all over the place, but that's my family for you, man. If you guys like these Super Norteno videos, man, continue to press that one, and I will continue dropping them. I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys, man. Hey, if your family is like my family, then you know. If it's not, well, I'm letting you. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people, man. I highly appreciate the support. Thank you. This video is sponsored by Vario Liquors out there in Turlock, California. If you're ever in the area of the 209 Turlock, go tap into the Vario, man. Go show some support to the owner, Lolly. He's real. Bang, bang.